Well, except for that it's a little bit warmer. It feels like November out there. We've got a couple of atmospheric rivers hitting us. Possibility of up to 3 inches of rain this week. I don't think we'll get quite that much, but if it picked up all the moisture it could out of the Pacific, then we'd get dumped on. We're getting wet enough. But anyway, I got most of my combining done, and I think I'm in pretty good shape. Ended up using up all the queens I had enough bees to put on top of everybody. So they're in pretty good shape. I still need to get a lot of food on them. Especially a number of them that I took the brood from. So I went in and took bees and some honey from them, and when I replaced that, I replaced it with empty frames. So even though I'm taking brood, they got empty frames back in there. Some of them gave me 5 frames of bees because they were as full as they could get. So I need to get food back on them. We're taking off in a week or so for a 2-week trip to Louisville, Kentucky. So I'm not going to be able to feed them. We're pouring down rain this week. Hopefully it'll dry out next weekend. I can get back in and get some on them. But while I'm standing around the shop, I'm making invert sugar. I can do little pots and get it to boil real well. Seems to be working out pretty cool. I'm doing it about 3 to 1 and then putting it in 5-gallon buckets so I can mix it back out to feed. But I believe it won't crystallize again after being invert. And the pollen sub that I made with it is not drying out at all. Some of this has been here. The cat chewed into that one over a week ago, and there's no dried edges on it at all. It's actually drawing moisture from the air right now. So I'm pretty impressed with using that invert sugar in the pollen sub. It's supposed to make it taste a little sweeter too. I can't tell that, but oh, we got a little boil going on here. If I can get this thing down before it boils over. Come on, cool down. Been waiting and waiting and waiting for it to boil. I actually turn the heat down just a little bit, stop it for a second. The last thing I need is it to boil over. It boils up and foams up like that just for a second, and then it drops back down and boils pretty clean. So there's a little acid goes in here, and 1 gallon of water, I'm putting 24 pounds of sugar in it. So it's mixing it pretty darn thick. But I'm hoping, like I said, that inverting that will hold in the buckets and not crystallize. If I just did it even 2 to 1 in the buckets and it cools down, I'll get crystals forming in there. So if I can stand here in the shop working on other things and get this sugar inverted and have it stored where I can use it, that'd be great. And I don't mind so much putting the 3 to 1 on them even later into the year. You know, November and stuff if I need to. It's not got near as much moisture in it, and it won't go bad as fast. So anyway, that's what I'm up to.